So this was somewhat triggering for me today. I know it's a big deal. The word trigger, you think of the screaming liberal or whatever, but this is from newsbusters.org, and it is, I'm going to show this to you, up there, the graphic, but it says if Congress doesn't extend the 2017 tax cuts, it actually gives real tax rate differences. And I have to say, this is the most laudable thing from any conservative pundit that is out there, because it just talks about the financials. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, the financials. None of this Trump hero worship, nothing like, worshiping a taco fatso in office and giving him hero-like qualities. Anyways, so it shows the actual percentages right here, which is actually good. So, for example, if for those making less than $50,000, we're looking at an increase in an average of 11%. Or, the current rate is at an average of 11%, and it's going to be, the tax rate is going to be 15%. Then it goes up from there, and it goes all the way up to the income of $638,000. The current rate is 35%, and I noticed that the tax rate only goes up to 39.6%. Now, why the sick people making 638,000 or more only goes up not even 5%, less than 5%, but if you're making 12,000, it goes up 5%. Which is ridiculous to me, but that in of itself is not the big deal. Looking at this chart right here, and I'll provide that chart for you, it seems to be that there is an actual, I'm going to say, misunderstanding about what it's like to make less than 50,000. Like specifically, if you're making 12,000, as it says here. So if you are making less than 50,000, especially if you're only making 10,000, for example, you are not going to be that concerned about the increase in taxes versus the amount of SNAP and Medicaid benefits they are taking away from you. That's not even talking about the ridiculous tariff policy that Trump has enacted, which will also act as a tax against us, okay? That retard in chief that we have doesn't even understand what tariffs are. Meanwhile, he supposedly has this advanced degree from Walton or the School of Wharton or something like that, but he doesn't know what a tariff is. But that's not why I'm so triggered. I'm triggered because you people don't understand that, yes, if you are making $500,000 or if you're almost making $1 million, yes, I understand that tax is going to be kind of heavy for you, but it is no comparison to that little bit of 5% that's going to hit you if you make $12,000 a year versus the amount of money they are taking away from you to allow the federal government to basically buy off the billionaires, the top 1%. Do you not understand that? And the problem is, I don't mind if you, I know a lot of people in the upper echelon. I deal with them every day. Of course, if I'm them, I wouldn't want to have my taxes increase. So I'm going to vote for my business interests. But so many MAGAs out there are in the are making less than 100,000, and you're chopping off, you're clipping your own wings, you're clipping off, you're kind of preventing yourself from doing better in order for your president to appease billionaires. Do you not see that? And for those of you that are like, okay, well, it doesn't affect me, I'm living in my billionaire bubble, or I'm living in my millionaire bubble, I do work long hours. However, I all I got to do is take my Jaguar to get my oil changed and everything. Well, who the hell do you think is changing your oil? Who the hell do you think is cutting your hair? Who the hell do you think is serving you your food? Okay, so if we continue in this pattern, this tangential pattern Okay, we are going to see it affect us. You like having you like having the servants or the server spit in your food. You want to go get your hair cut and you want it to be a fucking mohawk. Go for it. You want them to pour sugar in your gas tank when they're changing your oil. Go for it. Okay, this shit annoys the shit out of me because the numbers are right in front of you and you just don't see it. You do not see it.